Johnson Johnson holding its Analyst Day. Earlier, the company announced that it plans to submit applications for at least 10 new drugs by 2023. Meg Tirrell joins us now with a special guest. Hello again, Meg.
Hello, Joe, and that special guest is Chairman and CEO Alex Gorsky. Alex, thanks for having us here.
Hey, it's great to be here, Meg. Thank you.
So you detailed this plan for 10 new medicines by 2023. Your pharma growth is projected to be a little bit slower than the rest of your peers for 2019. What is the biggest growth driver in the near term that you're going to be focusing on here today?
Well, Meg, first of all, welcome to our Pharma Day here in New Brunswick. And it's hard to believe that J&J actually started right here more than 100 years ago. And look, we've had a chance to talk a few times at this Investor Day. And what we're most excited about is if we look back over the past 7 years, we've launched more than 18 new compounds at Johnson Johnson. I mean, and these are products that are making a huge difference for patients in HIV, multiple myeloma, lymphoma, cardiovascular disease. And of those 18, not only have they touched millions of lives, but 11 of them are now more than $1 billion in sales. And that's led to a CAGR of almost 8%. And while we've done that, and we're really proud of that performance, we've also prepared for the future. So what we're going to be talking about today are, of those existing compounds, we have more than 40 line extensions, 10 of which have almost $500 million of opportunity. And we have 10 new compounds that we'll be launching between now and 2023, each of which have over $1 billion worth of opportunity. You know, within those, things in oncology, things in immunology, things like neuroscience, we're particularly excited about because we're going to help a lot of patients, but we also think it's going to be great for our business.
But because of some patent expirations you're facing this year, do you anticipate that growth will be a bit slower compared with your peers? I think Wells Fargo estimates about 3.5% this year versus 7% in 2020.
Well, you know, I think our performance in the first quarter is really reflective of the strength of the business model at Johnson & Johnson that's built for decades and decades of performance. I mean, even in the face, in our pharmaceutical business, of more than $3 billion in patent expiries that we're facing this year, it's a competitive industry. In about a $40 billion portfolio, we saw growth in the mid-single digits in the first quarter. So yes, we would expect it to slow, but what you're going to hear about today, these new indications, the new product launches, reaching more patients with new indications, all that shows that this is a business that's really built to exceed the market growth rate that we think is usually in the 4 to 6% range. That's how we expect to continue to grow our pharmaceutical business, going forward.
Well, the focus here today, of course, is your pharma business. But one of the things that's really weighed on your stock, especially since December, has been these lawsuits around your TALC products, your baby powder products. You said over and over again here when we visited you that you're confident in the science, that the TALC products are safe, they don't contain asbestos. But clearly there is a sort of confidence shaking on Wall Street and maybe even with your consumers. So what are you doing day to day to make sure that they have confidence in your products?
Well, Meg, it starts with our 100-year plus performance of doing things in an appropriate and responsible way. And that's certainly what we think we've done here. And we're in a very litigious industry. But what's most important is that we stay focused on serving customers, that we stay focused on innovation and really bringing these new products to market. Of course, we're spending time educating our consumers about the issues that you raise. But here today, again, we're going to be talking about these next several generations of products. And I think that's where most patients and most consumers really want us to stay focused so that ultimately, look, we can cure HIV. We can find a cure for Alzheimer's and some of these other conditions that we continue to work on.
Well, as your pharma business is so big and the growth is really driving the whole company, does it make sense to keep the other units together? Does it make sense to keep your consumer unit?
Well, we think so because it gives us an opportunity to seek out new healthcare solutions wherever these opportunities may occur. Whether it's in our pharmaceutical space, which, again, you're going to hear about things like gene therapy, RNA, new cell-based therapies that are really revolutionizing the way that we're treating patients and actually leading to cures. But in our medical device area, we've got digital robotic surgery that we're extremely excited about. Again, that's really going to change the way surgeons are conducting surgery each and every day in the operating room. In our consumer products group, look, consumers are so important in all of healthcare decisions. We think having a good hand there is important for our business as well.
Alex, thank you so much for having us this morning.
Meg, thank you very much.